Hello everybody, and welcome to my first impressions of Heavy Bullets by Terry Vehlman. The Heavy Bullets is a first-person shooter, which has a lot of roguelike elements to it, for sure. In fact, once we get into it, I will say, if any of you are familiar with my First Impressions series, this game reminds me a hell of a lot of another one I did on it previously called Fancy Skulls. Although, of course, despite the game's similarities, the two games also have a hell of a lot of differences. One of them being in the very, very unique art style for this game. So let's go ahead and just jump in to show you guys what exactly is going on here. So the story is, there's a security system like malfunction that goes on. Oh, all these robots and monsters are going haywire. And so basically we're some kind of like mercenary or something like that, who is trying to reach the mainframe at level 8. There are 8 levels to this game, and by reaching the mainframe, kind of like hack it or turn it off. I've never reached the end, so I don't know what exactly we do. The mainframe itself actually might be some kind of boss, so we might like destroy the mainframe. But we're trying to reach that 5,000 reward by reaching the end of the game. This game actually has a lot of dealios about money. It's all about the cash in this game. You want the big old dollars while you mosey on through your journey, or gold coins, I suppose. We're like the Scrooge McDuck in this game, just Scrooge McDuck with a frickin' badass revolver. So here we go at the beginning. The things that are very similar, I'll say right off the bat, to this game, and quite a number of games, mainly Fancy Skulls, since I mentioned that one, is that it's one of those dungeon games where you gotta like go kind of from room to room, killing enemies, stuff like that, getting weapons to upgrade yourself along your journey as you progress through further and further floors until you finally get to the boss at the end, where hopefully all of the weapons and equipment that you have gained will improve your ability to fight enough so that you could defeat the boss. One of the things that is very, very different in this game, regarding what I actually just mentioned, and one of my favorite changes to this game, is instead of there being like individual rooms that are all connected to each other, it feels more like a unique kind of journey as you wander around, because there are doors that kind of separate rooms, but it doesn't feel like they're individual rooms. It more feels like those are like walls that you just kind of walk past, and I freaking love these vines. They always like feel kind of really cool to walk through, in my own personal opinion. But yeah, then another thing that I freaking love about this game is the art style. Like, this game is so goddamn beautiful. Like, it's really simplistic in its colors, but also very effective and really detailed as well, even on top of that, because like the shadow work in this game just complements it even more. Like, look at that beautiful tree. It's so nice. We'll say the shadows get a little bit pixely once you get pretty up close to them, but you stand far away, like, looks absolutely wonderful. But let's go ahead and talk about gameplay. One thing you can't do in this game, which always makes me really sad, is that you cannot jump, which is a big old darn shame, but instead your spacebar is replaced with the item button, which, as you could see at the bottom, we actually picked up an item before, which we gathered by going through these little vines and finding one right there. It is a focus pill. I actually don't know what the focus pill does. I don't remember what that item does. I've played quite a bit of this game, as I always do, because I like to prepare myself before jumping into these things. Hello, my good sir! But I'm still discovering a lot of new things as you kind of mosey along your journey. I hate this guy! This little angry snake worm or whatever. He's gonna be your least favorite thing in the entire game. Here we go. Here's actually an antidote. So let's go ahead and use the focus pill. See if... Oh my god! Did it just like zoom us in? So... yeah, I guess it just made our sight range be a little bit farther up. I don't know if I like that. I could see that actually being really, really awkward and bad for your gameplay and stuff like that. But back to the rest of the gameplay. As you can see, we've come across two types of enemies, and they're definitely the most frequent ones, at least in the early stages of the game. Of course, you come across more and more threatening enemies as you come along, but one of them is those weird, like, black dogs that always try to ruin your day. Wasn't there another one over here? Basically, they're not that bad unless they get the jump on you, like you're not paying very close attention. Basically, actually, the thing about the early level enemies is none of them are really all that bad. There's mainly like 3 basic early game enemies. None of them are that bad as long as you play things slow and safe. Like, this is the other one. Oh god, I walked like way too close to him. That was my bad. I think there was actually like a little bit of lag that messed me up with that. Like I tapped forward just to like go with like that, but I ended up running forward. As you see, that snake bit us, which turned our hearts in the bottom left corner blue. That means we got poisoned by that guy, so we're gonna need to use our antidote to wear that off before we get too low, which actually works pretty fine because we ended up getting this rocket. If we didn't have the rocket, if we didn't get poisoned by that snake, then we could have gone ahead and used the antidote, could have sold the antidote right at this store, actually, or this bank, I should say. But let's actually talk about the firing mechanic, because that's one of the most important things about this game. As you can see, we start off with a revolver with 6 bullets in the bottom right corner, and you can get more bullets as you journey on. But the interesting thing is you actually never run out of bullets unless you kind of disregard them after you shoot. Once you fire bullets, they actually, even if they hit an enemy, they just get, like, plopped on the floor, like they're shell casings, but the shell casings you can actually refire from the gun. So it's really cool because basically there's constant ammo to find all over the place because every time you shoot, you get more. Like, it's very unique gameplay mechanic that at least I haven't really seen done ever before, I think. So it's a very, very unique and new change to things, to be sure. Also, as you can tell, every enemy drops coins, or gold coins, as Mr. Scrooge McDuck would say, which are obviously a very, very important thing towards our mission. Like, as you could see, things are actually pretty costly for the most part in this game, but you get a lot of gold. Like, you usually get like 5 gold for each enemy. There's that little angry worm guy, he's not gonna beat me up. Like, let's see. Yeah, we got exactly 5 gold coins from him, and Mr. Snake Man only gave us 3, actually. That's a pretty bad grab. But, each like, bit of health that you could buy from these med bays, they cost $30, or 30 gold coins, so that's... I don't know, in my opinion, I think that's actually a pretty costly thing. We got the dagger. I could show off the dagger. Interesting thing, there are all these rocks that are all over the place. They don't matter too much, really, but sometimes they'll block items, and if you have a rocket, you can go ahead and just use your rocket ability to blow it up. Or if you want to be more conservative, by holding down the shift button, you pull out a grenade. When you start the game, you start with 3 grenades, and you actually, it's a really cool thing. Let's actually waste our last 2 grenades, because I don't really use them too much. You just... Oh god, you gotta tap it twice? I actually did not know that. Well, you know, we'll hold on to the other one. Oh god, someone saw me through that door. Hello, buddy! Oh! Nice try, my good sir, but not enough. But basically, like, the longer you hold down the shift button, the longer you'll hold on to the grenade. Obviously, that could mean it could blow up in your face, so you want to be very, very cautious with that. Let's, in fact, use the grenade right here. Hopefully blow up one of those computers. We missed it. Oh, and this jerkwad is gonna come over and bite us in the face. Basically, I have seen, and this is the case for many, many games, but I think this one has actually kind of shown it in particular. This has definitely got a thing that lots of roguelike games have, where your first couple of times through the game, you're gonna suffer a lot because you don't really know the enemies, like you don't know their attack patterns and stuff like that. But then from that point on, they're actually not that big of a deal as long as you keep like a good head on your shoulders and don't make any stupid mistakes. Like, when I peeked my eye out over here, I did see those 2 turrets and that angry guy, so when I backed up, I really should have known that he was gonna come running my way, but, I just didn't, because I'm a big old ding-dong, like... So, let's keep on moving, deal with, 2 of these guys right here. Right now, if I were able to levy any complaints, about this game, and I barely have any right now, one of them would be... Oh, let's use our knife the next time we try to fight anyone. Occasionally you do get the somewhat rare occurrence, although I have had some situations where it's happened like 3 times in a row. Let's knife these guys. Wow, I actually did really bad there. I consider the knife a really, really good weapon because it actually is really damn generous with the amount of range that they give you on that thing. Let's see if I could actually do better with the next bunch of enemies that we encounter or whatever. But as I was saying, sometimes the enemies can see you through walls. Like we saw it in this video, actually, where one of them saw us through the door when they probably shouldn't have. I'd like to say that that doesn't happen very frequently, but it's a somewhat frequent occurrence, and there we go. There's 2 actually effective uses of the knife. When I first used the knife, I was thinking like, oh god, this is gonna be absolutely awful. Like, what's the reason to it? You don't need to conserve ammo or anything like that. But there are cases when you do need to worry about conserving your ammo, and what's more, like I said, they give you a really good range for the knife, so you don't have to worry about that. Here's a pinkish purple door right here. These are doors, these are like item rooms, I suppose, but you require a key for it. Sometimes you get key drops from enemies. I don't think you could buy them from stores, if I remember correctly. I don't think I have ever seen a store that has sold keys or anything like that, yeah. Oh, run.shoes. I've never seen that item. I kinda want to check it out right now. But as you can see here in the main shop, there's or the bullets and stuff, my personal favorite shop, there's all these different items and stuff like that you could buy. The only shop that you could sell from is the bank, where you can also, like, deposit money and use it on later runs. I think that's only done through inheritance, though. But I haven't experimented with that too much because I'd rather save and use my money on a specific run than build it up over runs, even though I think that probably would be more effective overall. That's the thing that's really interesting about this game. These types of games have a lot of, inherent similarities to, like, The Binding of Isaac, Spelunky, or Fancy Skulls, as I mentioned before, because you always start off with the same equipment every time, and you gotta get more equipment as you journey on and on. This is how you get to the later floors, and of course, increases with difficulty as you mosey along. But yeah, you like I've mentioned earlier, you have to get more items to increase your arsenal, so you could stand a better chance fighting against the enemies. If you're wondering, you cannot climb back up, unfortunately. You can't shoot the ladder a lot, be like, oh, I hate ladders! Get out of here! Kind of thing. But yeah, they share a lot of, inherent similarity. Oh, come on, Mr. Snake Man. That's a perfect example of me making such a stupid mistake. I completely forgot where I was going on about that. I know I was saying they share inherent similarities in that regard. Oh yeah, but that's one thing that's different about this one. In some regards, I don't know if this is a good or bad thing. I haven't tested around too much with it. And I suppose this would depend upon opinion. Let's go ahead and buy a Mega Bomb. Go ahead and take that for us. Oh, it replaces the knife. Maybe we'll have to use it before the episode ends or something like that. But, as I was saying, and I've, like, started saying 20 times now, the use of the bank and the fact that you could carry over some of the money you have in this run to other runs, I don't know how that would affect my, like, overall opinion on this game. I haven't used that gameplay style at all. There's another example of me seeing us through the walls, I think, because I didn't see him over there, and it kind of sounded like he was way back there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was way back there. So yeah, like, I haven't used it to my gameplay at all, so I suppose it's one of those things where it's an advantage that is only an advantage if you actually use it, you know? And in all honesty, oh god, this is actually a pretty scary room. Get out of here, mister. We just keep things slow and not panic, we should be able to handle this. I know there's another one of those angry dogs out there. We could actually go ahead and shoot that computer from that point, though. Wasn't there another angry dog? I thought there was another angry dog. Maybe we actually shot him and I totally missed that. Oh well. A cool thing about this game, I haven't seen any in this episode, but I haven't really been, in this video, but I haven't really been searching for them too much. There are actually secrets that you could find in this game, which are pretty satisfying whenever you do indeed find them. They're just little small X marks that you see, like, on a wall. Just walk up, press E on the wall, and then, like, a secret door opens that has, seemingly pretty damn rare items in it from at least my experience, because they're items that I usually don't find, or basically, like, never find through my progression of the game. Oh, I thought I heard two of you suckers. Time to take that guy out and show him who's boss. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's actually go ahead and walk through the bank right here. The bank also has stores, but it always has these three things. It always has a last will, discount card, and life insurance. I bought those before, but I didn't really see what exactly those did. I think life insurance is actually the money that carries over to your next run, if I am correct. Like, let's see, banking? Ah, okay, see, I did make a deposit before, and that allows me to just get a bunch of money if I want? Yeah, I just get to, like, grab all of that. So as I was saying, I don't know if that's, like, kind of broken in some regards. I guess I could see that, but also the shops don't really ever give you, like, game-breaking items for the most part, so it's not like being able to buy one specific thing from a shop is usually going to guarantee you a win. This grass always scares me, but I don't think I've ever seen anything life-threatening inside of it. Like, I'm always scared that those weird worm slug things are gonna be inside, but I haven't seen one in there yet, so I think I could, be pretty sure of the fact that there might not be any snakes in the grass, so to say, I suppose. I won't really find one of those, because I think we're coming around to the end of the episode here. Because I don't want to get too much farther as well, because I want to, of course, leave some surprise to you guys in regards to some of the enemies that are going to be showing up in the future. But I also want to blow up a slug! Ah, frickin' jerkwad. The enemy design is really cool in this game, that's one thing I will say as well. Like, they're very simplistic, but also, like, very cool and interesting looking in their own unique way. Where's an angry slug man? I need to kill him. Angry snake, angry slug man. I don't know if any of the characters in this game actually have official names. They probably do, but like I said, I have absolutely no idea what those would be. Alright, there we go! Eat a Mega Bomb! Yeah! Oh, God! Oh! I totally forgot a Mega Bomb is actually a cluster bomb as well. I have used that item in the past, so I really probably should have known. But, obviously, I'm a complete idiot, and I killed myself. Let's actually let this guy kill us, so we can just, like, get the you died game over screen and show off what happens whenever that happens. Just give you, like, little stats as, like, no insurance, no inheritance, blah, 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 blah. And, of course, tells you what level you have reached to that point. But yeah, like, let me think. Is there anything else that I wanted to point out for this game? Obviously, this is... Actually, no, it's not gonna be a short video for the most part. 20 minutes is, like, the average for these first impressions videos. I think that's pretty much it for Heavy Bullets, though. It's a damn cool game, and I think you guys should all check it out. Like, in my short time playing it, I've had so much fun. It really is frickin' addicting. And it's challenging, too. Like, it's even kind of scary at times, to be completely honest. Like, it's not a horror game. It's most certainly not a horror game, but there are a lot of very scary elements. Most of them coming from those oh god, how'd that miss? Most of them coming from those angry snake guys in the grass, because you make one stupid mistake, like not paying attention to where you're walking, and then all of a sudden this big angry thing bites you and jumps out of nowhere. It's very startling, to be completely honest, or maybe I'm just a complete wuss. I don't know, I feel like this is a game where if you played it in the dark, you could, like, really make yourself jump in certain occurrences and stuff like that. Once again, maybe I'm just a big wuss, maybe I'm a big ol' idiot about things, but, I don't know, that's how I see things and all that jazz. So yeah, like, absolutely beautiful game, loads of fun, it has a lot of replay value to it as well, and, yeah, it's super cool game. This is, Heavy Skulls. As always, I will place where you could pick up the game in the description below, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video! See you guys in the next one.